What's going on, troops? Welcome to the channel. I am Stevie, the military biker. Today, I am finally going to be getting rid of that horrific Harley-Davidson suspension on the back of the bike. So let's get into the video and I'll show you what I've got to fit to the back of the bike. It's been so long and hopefully this is going to solve any bad ride issues. So let's get into it. So let's get into it. As you can see right there, I have got a Legends suspension box. Now I have gone for the Revo-A shocks for the back of the bike, and funnily enough I did not get these from Legends, and I'll tell you a little bit more about where I got these from and why I got them from where I got them from a little bit later into the video. So as you can see, I have removed the saddlebags from the bike because the first thing we need to do is get rid of those old shocks off the back of the bike and put these bad boys on. Alright, so like I said, oh, you can just see the difference, man, between when you open them up, the Legends, and then obviously the ones that are on the back of the bike already. What I'm not going to do in this video, as I am not going to do an install video, what I will do is I will leave an install video done by Rick Rack, which is where I got these from, because they give me a screaming deal, and I love dealing with Rick Rack. Rick Rack are fantastic, and they obviously sell the Legend Revo-A's on their website, and I got an absolute legend of a deal. So yeah, it was phenomenal. So what I will do is I'll leave, you know, an install video either from Rick Rack or in Legends themselves up here, so you guys can go check that out, because I am no expert on this and I don't want to give you duff information. So yeah. So there you go. So I've got a Legends Suspension Revo-A in my hand. As you can see, look at the bloody difference between the two. This is a 13-inch shock, all right, and I mean you can just see the difference. I mean the actual spring on the Harley-Davidson OEM ones is tiny compared to the Revo-A's, and yeah, you know, obviously these aren't adjustable at all. Well, I say at all. On the other side, on the 2021, on my 2021 anyway, there is a little adjustable knob that you can turn around, but it's not exactly great, is it? Let's be honest. So, but these are fully adjustable. Now, I won't get into sag and adjustments and all that sort of stuff, because that, like I said, I'll leave the video for that in the link and up top right now. But you can just see the difference, man. It's bloody huge compared to the one that's on there now. So, like I said, I'm not going to do an install video. I will fit this on, or these on, and then I'm going to hit the road to give you my honest opinion of what I think the difference is between, you know, the OEM ones, the stock ones that I've had since I had the bike, since I've got the bike, and when I put these bad boys on. And I guarantee it's going to be like night and day. But we'll see. We'll see what it's like once we've got it on the bike. And as always, once you've got your saddlebags off like this, just remember to check your brakes and whatever you're inside. Perfect time to check your pads and for any leaks and stuff like that. So yeah, get them in there and get your eyeballs in there and have a good look at your brakes and pads, your rotors and stuff like that, and the condition of your back wheel as well. But anyway, right, let's get fitting these and then we'll get out on the road and I'll give you my honest opinion. So yeah, let's go. Troops, so as you can see, I am now out and about on the bike, and yeah, first impressions are awesome. There's definitely a marked difference. I mean, wow, I'm actually finding myself going over bumps just to figure out, you know, what the difference actually is. But as it currently stands right now, I've been riding for maybe 10 minutes. And yeah, there's a huge difference. There really is. It doesn't feel like, you know, there's a gigantic rock coming through the bottom of my spine when I hit some bumps. It just cruises over the bumps, man. It's really awesome. So yeah, I mean,
it feels a little stiff, a very, very tiny amount, so I might just have to adjust it slightly, maybe put it down to 2 on the adjustment side. But wow, it is, initial, you know, thoughts, it is, as people say it is, a night and day difference between the, fuck you then, between the two. Pardon my French there, just, you know, the 2 fingers to the biker down, all that sort of stuff. Some people just don't do it because they're assholes or whatever. But yeah, I am super impressed so far. Like, that's really good, like really good. You know, having the Saddleman seat on there as well as the Legends Revo-A's now, this is one hell of a comfortable ride. Oh dude, I know this road, and I know the bumps on this road because of the OEM suspension on the back end, and some of them are horrific. Now, wow, phenomenal, really, really cool. Really impressed. So, you know, you may be asking, well, why didn't I go straight to Legends to get these? Well, actually, the guys from Rick Rack, I absolutely love dealing with the guys from Rick Rack. They're absolutely fantastic with me, and you know, everybody really at customer service is second to none, in my experience. And they offered me a screaming deal, man, on these bad boys, so that's why I went with Rick Rack. So yeah, I mean, they do have all sorts of stuff on their website. It's not just Rick Rack stuff, obviously Legends, Custom Dynamics, etc, etc, etc. The list goes on with Custom Dynamics, sorry, with Rick Rack. Absolutely outstanding customer service, and I just want to give a big shout out to Mike at Rick Rack, mate. You're an absolute legend, and the other guys at the top as well. So, oh, look at this gap in the. Let's have it. Thank you, sir. Well, yeah, absolutely phenomenal. They arrived in approximately 3 days, which was great. Ordered through the Rick Rack website, and they got here within 3 days. Yes, I got done for tax. Thank you, Canada and Mr. Trudeau. You can't buy anything from the States without getting smashed for tax. It's as simple as that. Unfortunately, that's the rules, which kind of puts me off buying stuff from the States, if I'm honest. However, sometimes you have to, because sometimes the prices are the inflationary prices over here when you compare it to the US are just absolutely ridiculous, and sometimes it was actually cheaper to get them through, get them from the States, including the tax, which is bizarre. Canada's got a long way to go, I think, in that regard, to catch up with the rest of the world, I would suggest. But yeah, anyway, I'm super impressed with these. Yes, it's a straight line so far. So once I get around some corners and stuff, then, you know, I'll feel a difference there as well. But yeah, I'm happy with the Legends Revo-A's, man. They fit perfectly, they look good, they feel good, and you know what, I think the missus is going to be happy as well when she gets on the back. I think she's going to be happy. And don't forget, when you do have either excessive luggage on the back of the bike, you know, you go on a tour, you've got all your stuff in your bike, or you do have a passenger on the back, you can actually adjust those shocks at the back there to account for that added weight on the back of the bike. Right now it's just me, so I've got, you know, to the recommended setting of 3. I may put it down, maybe, once I finish this ride, down to 2. But yeah, absolutely, I am amazed at the difference, if I'm honest. So far, so good. All right, stocked up on beer. The one thing I am noticing now that I've got the Revo-A's on the back is how awful the fronts are. It's crazy, man. You can see why people change out the full suspension, man. I absolutely get it. And like I say, now that I've got the comfort side of life on the back, I am noticing how rubbish the front ones are, more now than I obviously ever did beforehand, clearly. So thank the Lord for the Revo-A's on the back. That's going to make a massive difference. And yes, if you're sitting there thinking, well, are you going to change your front ones as well, Stevie? Absolutely. Now knowing what I know, I am definitely going to be changing out the front forks as well. Sorry, the tubes on the forks as well, because, you know, why wouldn't you? If you spend all this money on all these beautiful bikes, then if you are going to upgrade your suspension, then, you know, do it at once or do it piecemeal like I'm doing. Wow. You know, people say that you should change, the first thing you should change is your suspension on your bike, and I'm actually now seeing why people say that, because it is really comfortable, man. It really is now. Jeez Louise. Going around corners and stuff, yeah, man, she's handles well. You know, these are 13-inch shocks on the back, so they do sit. You know, I've got the sag pretty bang on. I actually got the missus to help me. I sat on the bike obviously and I measured the inch of sag, so yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good, if I'm honest. I think it's probably bang on. The sag was bang on. You know, they say you got a 13-inch shock, then, you know, give it that inch, it should sit between the top bolt and the bottom bolt at 12 inches, and it was bang on, man, literally bang on. So I'm more than happy with that. A big thanks to the missus for helping me with that, because I can't obviously sit on the bike and measure at the same time. That's just mental. But yeah, super impressed, guys. I really am. Should I have done it a long time ago? Yes. Absolutely. So if you are thinking about getting the Revo-A's, you know, shop around a bit, man. Shop around a bit. You may get a better price by not going direct to Legends. You know, Rick Rack sell them. Go check out the Rick Rack store. I'll leave a link up here right now, so you guys can go direct to the Rick Rack store and check out the Revo-A's and everything else that the Legends at, excuse the pun, at Rick Rack, what they do and what they sell and how awesome they actually are as a company. So bikers selling stuff for bikers and making stuff for bikers as well. So anyway, quick one-ish, I'd say. I am super impressed. Final thoughts, yes, I definitely should have done this a long time ago. It makes a hell of a difference, and I'm sure I'll notice the difference, or the wife will notice the difference as well when she's on the back, you know, it being having a passenger on. And I bet I notice the difference as well when I've got the Rick Rack roller bag combo kit on there, and I've got all my gear in there, and, you know, it'll definitely help with, look at that, check that out. It'll definitely help with the adjustment that you can do on the back of these. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant. Well, anyway, I am Stevie, the military biker. That was a Legends Revo-A's from Rick Rack. Kind of installing little review, really. I'll give you guys another, this is my first impressions of these, all right? I'll give you guys another thorough review once we've laid down some miles, clearly. But yes, I can absolutely feel the difference, and yes, I can absolutely imagine how much more comfortable my long distance riding is now going to become. So anyway, take it easy, stay safe wherever you are around the world. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, please think about subscribing, and remember, you'll never walk alone.